Inside versus outside. Inside journeys versus outside journeys. What's your flex? Is there a difference? Does it matter? Should you factor that in or think about that highly, especially your first time going in deep? I don't know. You let me know after this. So yeah, what's the difference? What's the real difference? Indoors versus outside journeys. Deep magic mushrooms. I know we've been mentioning this a lot, but what is it? Control. Control. Let's just talk about outside, since that's where we are. Outside's great, right? When you think about eating this food, right? Like, it's from nature. I want to be in nature at the same time. It's a beautiful experience, of course. That's what better thing than to experience nature in nature, right? But yeah, we got to consider that we're not just nature in nature, right? We're dealing with this shroom, this high-powered, ancient, futuristic piece of technology. Biotech, right? Yeah, it's from nature, but it's psychoactive nature. Psychoactive nature is very, very different than having a regular piece of food in nature. So yeah, as much as we want to stay in line with our holistic way of life or whatever that may be, you got to take that into consideration. Outside, nothing's in my control. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about deep journeys. Once again, deep journeys. Yeah, you're taking 2-3 grams. Oh yeah, cool. Jump around outside, go where you feel. But if you're talking about really going in, a whole different realm, really getting your Heru dose or past your Heru dose, your 8 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams. Do you want to be outside with all this different things going on that you're not in control of? Do you know what I mean? You're definitely not going to be in control of your mind, shit. Definitely not on that level. So you might want to control your setting, right? Outside, so many things happen outside. Like, depending on where you are, if you're in a cold area, it's cold. The temperatures are going to continually change. Are you going to be comfortable? Do you know what I mean? It might be hot. It might get cold. It might rain. Is that going to cause you to spaz out even more? Do you know? You're already just introducing yourself on a deep journey. Now you have the elements as well to deal with, to factor in, whether it's light outside or it's dark outside. You know what I mean? Big difference. You're not in control of any of these animals that's going to come by, foxes, deers, wherever you are, squirrels. If you're in a deep journey and you see a squirrel, depending, that squirrel could be, come off into something else. Do you know what I'm saying? That squirrel, that little light, soft-hearted, fuzzy squirrel could look crazy. Try to kill you. You could try to kill it. I don't know. Just, that could set you off, People walking their dogs and different things, just running up on you and stuff like that. And you don't want to be dealing with that when you're in that space. People coming out from anywhere, unexpected people just showing up. You're just in your zone, like you're probably having a great old time, in your zone. Boom. Whether your eyes are closed, your eyes are open, whatever the case. All of a sudden, 3, 4 people come through, joggers running through. It's going to feel like a war's going on. So like, yeah, a lot of things. Things crawling on you. You know, if you're not really a nature head, then definitely don't go out in nature. It's just a lot, you know. If you got to use the bathroom and stuff like that, maybe some people might feel away. They're uncomfortable peeing out in nature or taking a shit out in nature or they got to throw up. I don't know. Remember, you're in nature. Maybe your outside setting might be different. Maybe your outside setting is like, nah, sematawika, I'm not going out there like you like in some woods and shit like that. You know, I might just go out to my local park. Same thing to factor in. You know, whenever you're in a place where you could potentially be around a whole bunch of other people or just other people that are not on what you're on, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. You know, I don't want to go too far, so even being around certain people, even being around too many energies, you know what I mean? But we'll leave that for a different talk. So yeah, you don't want to deal with that at all. You don't want to deal with that. It's just going to make you uneasy. It's going to make the experience that much more intense, you know. Yeah. But then again, after saying all this type of stuff, what do I know, right? You could be like, hey, I don't know what you talk about. I've been on my deep journeys, 15, 20 grams out of nature, you know what I mean? People running by, I'm cool. I've been setting myself. All right? If you're experienced psychonaut, then you're able to handle that. You know what I mean? If you already gone in, 200 times, 300 times, then yeah, you know the playing field better. You could do different. So all this, level that out, weigh that out, right? All right. Yeah, so many different things to factor in outside. But let's talk about indoors, right? Inside. Inside, that's your space. You get all the comforts in your space. So, you don't have to worry about someone coming in unexpectedly, that should be put into your setting as well. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be going into deep journeys with, yeah, I got my children right next door. They're going to come in the room at any time. I'm looking after whoever, other people just around in your environment that don't have any idea what you want or whatever the case. If you do have people in your environment, hey, let them know, hey, I'm going to go in, I'm going to just be in my room. Don't bother me. Just leave me alone. You any crazy noises coming out of there? Don't worry. I'm all right. Just leave me alone. Let them know. But if you could plan that where no one else is going to be around or whatever the case in your space, if you to stay with other people, then do that. But other than that, your space is your space. You're safe. The feeling of safe. You want to feel safe, So you're there in your space. No one's going to come in. Nothing like that. No unexpected things. Your phone is turned off. You're not going to get phone calls out of nowhere. The TV's not going on. You're in your zone. But then again, if that's how you enter, you're like, Sematawika, I like being inside because I have these things. I get you. Now let's go into, I'll share some of how I go in, right? So indoors, then yeah, indoors, keep saying, I deal with particular things that are going to help me enhance the journey. Not things that are going to keep me grounded into the rules of this realm, right? Because I know I'm ascending onwards. I'm traveling outside. So my room is not busy. It's not busy at all. It's very simple. It's very simple, so I don't have too much going on. That's a big thing. You might like one particular picture or some pictures or yantras or whatever the case around mosaic art to focus on. You like that. Cool. You could do that as well. And then I'm able to set the temperature. I'm very much in control of that, and aware, like, my body temperature fluctuates depending on where I am in the journey. And I stay aware of that, because if my body temperature becomes too low or too high, like, I get pulled out and I don't keep on traveling, so to speak. So even though I'm inside, yeah, I'm aware of that. When it start getting too hot, I'll adjust. I'll open the windows if I need to, or close the windows and put on the heat. So I'm aware of these things while I'm inside, because that helps me continue going in deep into the journey. And then the music, I have music. I might start my journey on, however, whatever the case, listen to whatever I want. Just it's different times. Sometimes it's a real strict, like, okay, we're going to do about this. And sometimes we just jump in and just dive. But when I feel like, okay, boom, yep, oh, snap, it's coming on. It's really coming on. Then I switch up what I'm listening to or what I'm watching. I'll take off the computer or whatever the case if I'm watching something. And I'll put on particular music that is in line with the experience that I want to create. Music that helps me tune inward more. You know what I mean? Really. And help me access more of that subtle energies, getting more into meditation mode, get more into my crown, like going outward, right? Put on more of those tones. So whether it's, binaural beats, whatever, 532, 428, 432, these different type of hertz. I put that on. I find something that I resonate with. I got to like it. I'm not just putting it on because, it's binaural beats and let me play that. No, it has to resonate with me. So it's definitely something that I've listened to earlier. I took time before I went in the journey to select my playlist, right? And I look for long playlists. Like, I don't like going from song to song, like something switching up every 4 or 5 minutes. No, I like a long, continual piece. Do you know what I mean? That just keeps maybe evolving and changing, and like it goes with it. So it may go for like a good 2-3 hours. I like those chunks of music. And I don't listen to any music that sounds with vocals in it. When I have vocals in it, it affects my journey, You know what I mean? I could be going somewhere else and then I could hear something that was said into the music and that could cause me to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's what you're listening to. Like, sometimes the journey and experience that we want are so different to what we actually deal with in our day to day. You know what I mean? So you want this blissful experience and whatever the case going off. But then in the background, you got some crazy music talking about kill, I'm gonna shoot you up and da-da-da. Nah, you don't want that entering your heavens. You don't want that entering your heavens, period. But definitely not during your journey. Because imagine what would happen, right? You're going off into this realm anyway, and you're hearing this type of stuff. Nah, it's not a good look. So stay away from the vocals. Or, if not that, you could have something else that allows you particular vocals in a song that makes you deeply depressed. And you just start spiraling downhill. Then you go deeper and deeper and deeper. Just because you latched onto that lyric and it started pulling up a whole bunch of things. Some will say, oh, well, that's necessary. That means that they haven't dealt with it in the first place, so they needed to deal with it. Maybe so. But maybe that's not what you wanted to do right then and there. But either way, just highlighting it, things to be aware of. So I won't have any vocals in it. I like the deep shamanic trance type of things. Native American joints, like Like it goes in like from when I listen to it, just regular, just sober, and it just connects deeply through me. Just I'm talking about the vibrations, the instruments just pierce through me, and just almost give me like a lift, just automatic lift. Like, oh man, this is taking me elsewhere. Then I know, bum, that's my track. So I collect those over time. It just depends what type of experience you're looking for, you know what I mean? It's like going into your wardrobe and being like, okay, like what type of day it is, how do I feel, what do I feel like putting on? Yeah, I feel like wearing this. It's the same thing. The same thing with my journeys, my experiences. It depends how I feel. Hey, what type of journey I want to go on, you know? Who I'm journeying with? Yo, I am. What type? How are we feeling today? Yeah. Want to go on this? Yeah. Want to going to ancient America, whatever the case, Native America. We're going to South America. We're going to deep Africa, whatever. We're going off into the cosmos. I don't know. You got a Kemetic theme, ancient Egypt theme, whatever the case. You know, you could really get in deep, you know, but let me not go there. So, hope you understand, like, different things to think about, indoor to outdoor. I would say always give yourself enough time to come down as well, you know. So if you're factoring in, like, however long you might think your journey is, you want time to self after that, right? I like 24 hours. I'm cool. Just 24 hours I'm not in contact with anyone else, or I'm just remaining in contact with whoever I was on the journey with, you know. But I don't just go from a deep journey to like, oh yeah, back into the regular world. Yeah, running around. Yeah. Nah. I almost forgot. Big thing. When you're journeying outside, remember, you got to get back home. You got to get back home. Unless you're staying outdoors, you're camping right where you are, you know, you're just going to lay out there until it completely wears off, however long that is, right? So you do have to factor that in. How far away did you stray from your actual home if you're going on a deep journey? So to be on a deep journey out in the woods, unless I'm camping, then I have to be mindful of that. Because what if midway through the journey, like, it's not going good at all? You're like, nah, forget that. You don't have to stay there, you know what I mean? But you have to be sure that you're able to make your way back, or you have someone there to help you, guide you back home. Because, yeah, this happened to me before. Been in a space, and I'm like outside, like, oh, you know what? I thought I wanted to be outdoors, but nope, not at all. Not now. Nope. And nice and slowly, I just made my way back home. Cool. And then carried on from there. I wasn't too far out, you know, took me about 20 minutes, but it was cool. Rather that I made my way back home early than me stay right where I was and go deeper into it there. Like, nah. So yeah, I know we could keep on going on and on, but I really wanted to leave that in.